All right, everybody, welcome to the Roofball Federation of America podcast. I am one of your hosts, Roofball founder and president Adam Willis. I'm here with Derek Weber. Derek, say hi.
Hello. Nice to be here.
There he is. And also joining us, the Wolfman himself, the runner-up from the 2023 Roofball World Championships, Brooke Westrick. No, I can't say your name.
Again,
Brooks
man.
Brooks Westrick. I didn't even mean to do that. Brooks Westrick. I literally practiced yesterday, and I don't
The last
understand
name
why I
is
can't
usually
do
the tricky one for you.
it. How are you, Brooks?
I'm great. Great. How are you guys doing?
Derek's
I'm
doing
doing
great.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
So, Brooks, let me ask you. First and foremost, just give us your background. Tell us about where you're from. Tell us about your childhood. Where did you go to college?
I'm from, well, nice to assume I went to college. I'm from Federal Way, Washington. Um, Cal, I might as well get this out now. My buddies have been telling me I got to mention the CDSC. That's the cul-de-sac squad. I grew up in a cul-de-sac and we played all sorts of games just all year long, just wiffle ball, just kick the can, all sorts of around the yard, around the neighborhood games that just trained me for a game like roof ball. So shout out to the CDSC. Yeah, I did go to college for a couple of years, went to Wazoo, Washington
Nice.
State University. Um, didn't finish it all up, but that's okay. Looking back, wouldn't change a thing. Uh, yeah, just love what's going on right now.
What'd you do sports-wise growing up?
I grew up. I've got a big baseball family. Yeah, just for generations, it's just a big old baseball family. Played a little bit of basketball when I was a kid. I quit playing basketball when I was in sixth grade, and I think I was a little bit better at basketball. A good amount better at basketball than I was at baseball. But the thing is, in Federal Way, everybody wants to be a hooper. And in sixth grade, that's like the first year of middle school. And they weren't allowed to cut kids. So the C team, we had literally like 60 guys on the C team. And I feel like I was one of the best on this 60-man C team, but of course you got 60 dudes, so you can't get much playing time. So I don't know. I just had enough and quit. But played baseball all throughout high school. Yeah, and that's about it. Other than that, just grew up skiing since I was a little kid, switched to snowboarding somewhere around middle school or something. And that's kind of my sports background.
Well, what do you attribute
So
your
no,
roof ball arm to then? Is it from baseball?
Yeah, it's from baseball. Yeah, had a decent arm, used to have decent legs. Always my big struggle was the bat. I just didn't have a great batting average, but yeah, made it work in the field and had a strong arm. So there's roof ball for you.
was there any ever football?
No, I never played football.
No.
No,
Okay.
I wish I did. Man, in high school, we there was like a group of me and some other kids from other schools in Federal Way. We just like had this whole squad of people that got together for ultimate frisbee. I don't know how in the world we picked it up or whatever, but it was so much fun. And I just remember like Randy Mossing over people, just like that's when my hops came out. And I'm like, man, I'm a wide receiver. Why did I like my mom like never wanted me to play football because she was scared I'm gonna get hurt. But at the same time, I didn't have a big interest in it either. But I'm like, what went wrong? I should have been doing that the whole time.
Well, then, so how did you find out? I mean, I think I got a guess, but how did you find out about roof ball's existence?
I was just on YouTube. I was sitting on the couch over there a month or two ago, and it was just one of those days where nothing else was going on. I just wasn't in a show. I was just feeling lazy, nothing to do. And it's one of those days where you just get in that YouTube, just refresh it and see what pops up on the home screen. That's literally it. And I saw a roof ball, and I can't remember what the thumbnail of it was, but it probably had a ball and a roof in it. But I saw it was like an hour long or something in 2013 or 2011 or whatever it was. And I clicked on it and watched the whole thing. I'm like, this is amazing. Like, this is so ridiculous and so amazing. And I couldn't stop watching it.
How far in did you realize you wanted to play?
I can't remember how far along I found out you guys were in the Portland area. Um, it was whenever that happened, whenever I realized you guys are in Portland, Beaverton, or just, yeah, within a 2.5 hour drive from me. That I can't remember when I found that out, maybe an hour in or something like that. But once that happened, I was like, shoot, might as well email Adam.
And
Yeah,
it
Adam,
worked
I
out.
think you found the key here to getting more people interested. They have to be lazy or in a lazy mood anyway, and
Yep.
surfing YouTube. That seems to be the key there.
Yep. See if you can like monetize or just get your stuff to be posted on a Sunday morning and afternoon and
There you
catch
go.
people.
Yeah.
There we go. Nope.
Well,
So Brooks, talking about the tournament itself, can you just like kind of walk us through your day there? Did you come down that day? Did you come down the night before?
Uh, Came down that day. It was funny. I've just got a fairly small circle of really great friends, and hit them all up about this. They have never known Roofball or nothing. I never told them about it until I found out like it's about to be a thing. I'm about to go down and play. So not only am I saying like, hey, I'm doing this super cool thing, it's like, here's what the hell this is. Like, let me tell you everything about it. So they were all fired up about it. At first, I thought we were about to have like a whole squad coming down, and we figured like, let's get an Airbnb and make a weekend out of it. Um, some personal things came up in some of my buddies' lives and just didn't happen. But my best buddy Sam came down, and my family, my parents and my sister, they've been kind of going crazy with being cooped up in the house, with what's been going on the last few years and stuff. And they're like, just anything, get me out the house and like, let's go watch them play roof ball. So it was, yeah, me, my dad, mom, and sister, and my buddy Sam ended up coming down, stayed the night in Portland afterwards, and it was just a whole great weekend out of it.
was there a big celebration night of after your impressive second place finish?
Not really. No, it was just a blast. I mean, golly, Portland's something else. I mean, Seattle's something else out there, but Portland it is as well. And we just mainly me and Sam just kind of went hopping bar to bar and found some good spot to eat for dinner and just walked around the rambunctious streets of Portland, and it was just a good weekend.
Very nice. So
So
I believe you're the second player ever. I know I didn't confirm this, but there's one other player who scored over 50 points in their first two games. I mean, you obviously took to Roofball right away. How did you think you were going to do? I think you were relatively confident in the video you submitted, but did you think you would do as well as you did?
No, not as well as I did. Like when I told my buddies all about like I just said, I told them what this is and everything, and I said, I'll make it through the first couple rounds, knock on wood. Um, Certainly didn't think I'd make it to the final championship or anything like that. But yeah, really just thought I'd do pretty well. Um, I'm kind of I don't know. One of my mottos, it just comes into play at work and stuff, and just in life in general. It's better to um, under promise and over deliver. So I might have had my bar set a little bit low in my mind, but still felt like I could do pretty solid. But definitely didn't think I'd be in the final round or anything.
when you
Speaking of
showed up
finals,
that
yeah, we got the other finalists right here.
Yep.
when you showed up that day, I mean, you obviously watched. I'm assuming a few hours of Roofball.
Mm.
And when you showed up to the venue, did anything strike you as different? Did it look like it did on TV? Anything stand out?
No, not really. I think a lot of that is from. I think a lot of it's from like we're from the Pacific Northwest, and I think that kind of really gave me the expectation of what it would be like. I mean, obviously with the videos for all these many years, you're in a driveway of a house on a residential street, and people come and watch, and you know, got canopies or whatever, and it just reminds me of growing up. Like I told you guys, I grew up in a cul-de-sac and stuff, and um, my dad, when I was a little kid, it just reminds me of, we would have movie nights in our cul-de-sac, and my dad, for his work, he had a big old projector and a screen, and me and my buddies would like ride our bikes around to every house and put flyers on everybody's doors and come watch this movie Friday night or whatever. And it's just like a big old neighborhood of people bringing their own chairs, like bringing their own snacks, or, you know, mom's feeding everybody. It was just that kind of same kind of vibe. And I don't know, it just kind of felt like I'm right here at home in a neighborhood in the Northwest, kind of a thing.
Well, I can see why you settled in so nicely. So, after watching it on TV, when you got there and you took your first few warm-up throws, did you think, "Oh, this is a further throw than I thought. It's harder"? Do you think it was closer than you thought? What were your first thoughts when you actually started playing?
So I don't know what it is. When I was in like high school, I made YouTube videos, and a lot of people watched them, and I just love doing that stuff. And something happened after that, and I'm just like really camera shy. I work for a fairly big, I mean, my agency I work for has got like 40 people, and if I got to speak up on the Zoom call in a meeting, like I'd freak out. I don't know what clicked, but so when we got there, well before the cameras are rolling and like all these people are like practicing and stuff, and it took me a long time. Like I didn't start, I threw 3 practice throws total. All 3 of them were pings, and those were my first ones. And I don't know, I was just nervous to get up there. And I mean, just, it's almost as if I blacked out or something, just because of how nervous I was. But I just rocked a few pings out, and I came back and I'm like, no, I'm good. I got a few pings. And my dad and my buddy's like, no, go throw some more. And I'm like, I don't want to throw my arm out. And I certainly didn't think I would end up like wasting my arm out, but I did. So,
Well, whatever kind of blacking out you did there early went really well for you. You had 3 rounds in your first 6 throws, including a 15. Your fifth throw ever was a 15. Again, I don't have the stats exactly, but that's got to be the earliest in a career anyone's ever thrown that. So, Derek, I want to throw it over to you to talk about the championship game for a sec. You watched his performance throughout the day. How concerned were you going into the final?
I don't know if I was any more concerned than I would normally be. I mean, you know, every game is different. You can play a really cruddy game, and the next time you can play amazing. You can play amazing. The next time it can be really bad. I mean, I think one time the start of a tournament, I had like a 60 something, and then another 60 something, and then like a 17, you know, or something like that. And you're like,
Yeah.
well, I thought I was going to win that one, and now I'm done. So I wasn't overly concerned. I think, you know, anytime you're in those one-on-one matchups, you just got to find a groove and move into it. So I was more focused on where I was aiming than you, Brooks. But yeah, I mean, early in the tournament, I was like, well, he's going to make it a long way if he keeps this up. And looking at your throw and stuff like that, that's something, you know, I think a lot of us pay attention to. It was very consistent, and right then, you know, like, well, as long as you're consistent in the right spot, you're gonna have a good day.
Well, so Brooks, I want to make sure that I harp on the positive. You had a phenomenal rookie debut campaign. You're the first guy since Derek in 2008 to make a final in his first tournament. But I do want to talk about the championship game. That was your lowest score of the day. Was it at all the pressure? Was your arm tired? Were you not used to going every 2 throws? What do you attribute the low score in the championship to?
The arm for sure. The pressure was like up here the entire day long, just knowing cameras are on me. It wasn't, I was never relaxed at any point. It was high pressure all the time. But No, it was my arm. I said it in the interviews and stuff, and I'm not trying to make excuses or anything. Like I didn't come prepared. I just didn't. Like at work on a couple of lunch breaks, I threw the football around for like 15 minutes. Actually, I think I only ended up doing that one time. Me and my buddy were talking about, we just got to get my arm in shape, and I just didn't. Yeah, it really just the arm fell apart, just accuracy fell apart. I think you can even hear me in some of the videos. The second it leaves my hand, I'm like, just wasn't strong. Just wasn't strong enough. But yeah, the nerves were the same spot the whole time.
Well, you had a lot of supporters backing you up, and I'm sure some of them are watching right now. But Derek, when I go back to you, the poll that we put up for the tease for this particular podcast, we asked what your supporters should be called, Derek, and Goat Herd is running away with it. I want to hear your thoughts on the Goat Herd moniker, and then if you want to talk to Brooks about the Wolfpack.
Well, the first thing I want to say is between now and the next tournament, Brooks, I expect to see like training videos, like you just lifting Volkswagens or whatever it takes there to to get that arm in shape for 50 plus throws. As far as the name goes, the Go Herd is funny. I love it, so I'll take that all day long. And then yeah, I mean, as far as the Wolfman goes, other than Buddy, who just goes by a nickname, I'm not sure we've ever really had any nicknames or anything in the sport. So how organic that happened and through like literally the fans, online and stuff. I love that. I think it was amazing. So that obviously came from your shirt that you were wearing.
Oh yeah.
So one, I would love to know, is that like a normal article of clothing? Do you just have the one wolf shirt? Like what's the deal here?
Man, so it used to be, man, I love going to thrift stores and stuff and finding just funky shirts like that. I've been kind of out of that for a handful of years now, but literally all that came from was I'm thinking like, what am I going to wear? Like I'm going to wear some kind of Mariners hat because I got to show where I'm from, and I'm just like super proud to be from here. I just love being from Seattle and Seattle area. So I was like, I'll wear the hat. And then what about the shirt? Like only thing I could think of, thank God I didn't wear it. I got a brand new, beautiful home jersey, white Julio Rodriguez jersey. And I would have got grass stains all over that. So thank God I didn't do
right
that.
away.
I was talking
to J-Rod for the rest of your Roofball career.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly. But I was talking to my buddies like the night before, and they're like, just wear a wolf shirt. And I didn't even realize like I just happened to be wearing a wolf shirt in that little intro video I made. And they were talking about wear that wolf shirt. And I was like, oh no, like I'll wear my wolf shirt. And it was the green one that I did wear. And it's funny. Like I said, one, I got it from a thrift store. Two, I got it from a thrift store many years ago. So that means it's kind of a raggedy shirt at this point. Like you could probably see in some of the video, the neck's falling apart a little bit. And I haven't worn that thing in maybe at least a year or something, but it was just because my buddies said, wear it. I was like, all right, I can't think of anything better. So did it.
So the expectation.
Sorry, go ahead, Derek.
Yeah, so the expectation is you'll be wearing wolf stuff from now on. I mean, you understand that, yeah?
That's the expectation. And I've been thinking like, man, like what am I really going to do? Because I don't have any other wolf shirts than the two that the world has seen already. So I could just like run the wolf thing and go try and find something else, or I don't know what other direction I would go. So we'll just have to see what happens the next tournament. I got some thinking to do.
We'll have to talk Adam into jerseys. And we'll have a Wolfman logo designed and all that.
Ooh,
I think that's the way to go.
Now you're talking. As a former
but it has to be
Coug,
of the style of those shirts too.
Yeah.
You see, there's a lot of it's complicated.
But as a former Coug, does it bother you at all that you're kind of in that Husky realm?
I've not thought about that at all, but nah, that doesn't bother me. No, I mean, nah. We all know. I mean, if you can root for a certain team or a certain school, but if you're actually going to one of the schools, actively you get an idea of if you're at the good school or the other school. So yeah.
Well, so you say you're a little camera shy. What does it mean to you? How does it affect you that you have a fan base after one Roofball tournament? And do you have anything to say to your fans right now?
It's kind of cool. I'm down with it for sure. Like I said, I used to make YouTube videos in high school, and there a couple of Instagram fan pages came out and stuff. It was a it was like a federal way wide relevant kind of a thing, nothing major, but so it's not like it's a brand new thing, but it's just a weird thing. I'm sitting here in front of a computer right now, and I mean it's kind of cool. I mean, I dig it. If you guys are fired up about me throwing a ball at a roof, then I'm fired up about it. Like, thanks for picking me to be the guy to be fired up about. I mean, with all the rest of the guys doing it. So I really appreciate that and love your support.
We do have one question here for you. If you had to choose between Roofball and Wolf shirts, which one would you pick?
Well, I was gonna say Roofball for sure. It's funny, like I'm not like an obsessed Wolf shirt guy. It's like I just told you guys. I literally I hadn't worn it for a year. Like, I work a full on professional job, and like I'll only touch a shirt like that on a weekend when I'm at home doing nothing. But in the past, I love goofy shirts like that and stuff. But now we'll say Roofball. I'll pick Roofball for sure.
Well,
I
Derek,
just imagine now people are going to start giving you roof or wolf type of items, and
please
on your shelves there with the plants and whatnot. There's just going to be all these like little wolf trinkets.
I'll have to get a PO box for everyone to send it to.
Hey, I see the trophy, the second place trophy in the background. Is that where it lives? Is that its permanent home?
It's hasn't moved since the day after I got home. Yeah.
That's pretty prominent. I like that.
Yeah, some of my buddies said put that in your office, and I haven't quite put it in my office, but maybe I should. I mean, it gets more foot traffic than my apartment, so.
Well, so have you officially caught the Roofball bug now? Will you be making regular drives down from Seattle?
That's the plan. I forgot when the next one might be, but it's a quick and easy drive. So yeah.
That news is breaking probably in the next 24 hours. So you'll learn with.
Let's go. Here. Nice.
Well, I see you appear to be. Are you in an apartment? You in a house? Where are you?
I'm in an apartment right near downtown Seattle.
So the roof probably wouldn't work for a tournament at your place, then.
No, not here. This building was built in the late 1800s. Wow. And a flat roof. No, but outside my window there, that way a little bit, I can see T-Mobile Park and Lumen Field. So nice. If I'm not going to go run down and catch a game, I can bring a football with me and see how high I can get it on the roof.
Well, 1880s, 1890s, that's like 10, 20 years before I was born. Derek, let me pose this one to you. This is from P. Felon. Do you think Brooks's sudden success will lead to an influx of rookie roofballers now?
Well, I think the influx has already started, and I just think Brooks is kind of leading that charge, I would say. So at that tournament, we had 24 players, and was it 10, 11 first-timers? Yeah.
I think it was 10.
Which I'm assuming is a record. And there's some other breaking news coming, I would assume, in the next few months about first-time players and stuff like that. So I think the new era of Roofball is upon us, and Brooks, with not only your showing and the fan interaction and all that stuff here, we're propping you up as like the figurehead of the.
Oh, you're the face of the new wave, man.
Yeah.
I know you guys been hyping me up a bunch. Everybody's been hyping me up. I was just here to be a participant, and all of a sudden I'm kind of one of the main guys on the spotlight all of a sudden. But whatever, I'm here for it. I'm here for the sport. I mean, like I've said, I'm kind of camera shy and stuff, and was a little bit nervous about getting on even just a little podcast. But I'm here for the sport. Let's grow this thing.
Hey, Bill Walton was camera shy too. I'm not even kidding. He was camera shy. So you never know who might become like the most dangerous place in the world is between Bill Walton and a camera now. So you never know. Seattle, Well, I really want to have a tournament up in Seattle. That's some of the breaking news that's coming up in the next few days, next weeks or so, is going to be about tournaments that aren't in Oregon. So speaking to you, Brooks, as the as sort of the I don't know what to say, the person I can talk to that's on the podcast, but as a representative of Seattle, we need one up there, man. We got to get a tournament in Seattle. There are a bunch of players up there. A couple of former Roofball players live up there, and obviously it's the nearest big city to Portland. So no real question in this. Just be ready for that, and whatever you can do as a Roofball evangelist up there to help make that happen, we'd appreciate it.
So you guys don't got a roof in mind yet, then it sounds like?
Not yet, no.
Man, my parents will be watching this, but golly, they got a brand new roof in Federal Way. That's something. There's even, I believe, maybe there at least used to be the same kind of pull for a ping kind of a thing. I'm sure they'll hate me for saying this, but there's a possibility.
You heard it, guaranteed.
We'll dabble on it. We'll dabble on it. We'll see what goes on. We'll think about it.
Tournament at the Westrick residence. It's happening. We have mobile poles, temporary poles that we can put up there that way you don't have to actually beat up the event on your house. So there's always ways we can go.
We'll see. There's also a good elementary school down the road we could probably use. Yep.
Derek, do you have any further questions?
I mean, anybody that's willing to fork over public space like an elementary school, I think that's a great idea.
Yes.
On behalf of me, we'll use the public elementary school.
That's right. Yes.
Bruce says that kind of sway. Someone just asked, Roofball is an Olympic sport in 2028. I will say that one of the people that is talking about hosting a tournament asked me, she said I should dream big. And I said, well, my dream is Olympic Roofball in 2032. I think 2028 is too aggressive, but 9 years, we can pull that off.
I mean,
and Brooks will probably lead the American delegation.
Right.
What'd you say, Derek?
Los Angeles is 2028, so I think we can make that work.
Okay. Yeah, it's local. That's true. Demonstration sport, we can make things happen. Okay, we can work on that.
I'm just saying I will be there for that, and I will find a roof to play on.
One way or another, Derek will be there. All right, Brooks, I think we're just about wrapped up here. Anything you'd like to say in closing? Any questions or concerns you may have?
No, I think that's about it. That's about it. Fired up about Roofball. Excited to join the next tournament, and I don't know how anyone can hit me up, but hit me up if you've got any comments or questions on anything.
All right. Well, you can hit you up later on this video. All right, guys. Brooks, thank you so much for jumping on. Derek, you have something? Sorry.
Yeah, I got a few things. Sorry, Adam.
Go for it.
Postpone your closing here. So one, if you do want to contact Brooks, you're more than welcome to contact him through us. That's rfa@roofball@gmail.com or just roofball.org. And I don't assume you mind Brooks, but also Brooks is an Instagram account, and it's been linked from the Roofball account, so go for that. And then unbrooks related, the podcast, we are now officially on Apple Podcasts. So look us up there. Subscribe, leave us a review, all that good stuff. And of course, if you're not following the YouTube channel, please do.
All right.
All right, Adam, take it away.
I guess one other thing, if you got the personal Instagram on there, one other thing I will mention, what I do for a living, I work for the #1 Allstate agency in the country, and I'm licensed in Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. So if you want to hit me up that way, work for Jeremy Olson's Allstate agency, give me a call. Take a lot of pride in what I do, and we'll chat it out and make sure you get the best coverage you need.
I tell you, Brooks.
Now, can I get insurance on my roof?
Absolutely.
And do I see a tie-in here?
The whole house. The whole house.
I got to tell you, since you were segueing off of the Instagram account, I was like, there's a 3% chance he's about to drop an OnlyFans. I was a little concerned.
He's about to plug something.
The Wolfman Raw. But anyway, on that disturbing note, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Brooks, for coming on. Thank you, Derek, for coming on. Like I said, this is looking to be a big week for news from Roofball, so stay tuned to the channel. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.